Xing.
Okay, hello everyone and welcome to another randomized gaming video. I am your host for this randomized gaming video. Well, randomized gaming live stream. That is this Monday, the 5th of October, and I'm your host, Random Gamer Riven. Apologies, the Golden Axe one. I think I had the mic a little away from me, so it wasn't as loud as it should have been. Just checking the mic's good today. Yep, it is. I have to keep moving the pointer, for this game has a weird thing where if you leave it idle, I noticed this morning, it will just randomly replay that CG opening intro wherever you are, no matter wherever you are in the game, which is a bit of an odd one. So this is Prisoner of Ice. It is a 1995 PC game, so it's a bit of an oddity on Sega Saturn. It was basically a 1995 PC game released in Europe and America, I believe. And yet, strangely, this Sega Saturn version was ported by Xing in 1997. It was also ported to the PlayStation, so it isn't a Sega Saturn exclusive. It was available on both the PS1 and the PlayStation. But both versions were only ever released in Japan. So it's a bit of an oddity in the fact you have a Western-made point-and-click adventure that somehow ended up exclusively on consoles in Japan, which is a bit of an oddity. Now, this is actually part of the Cthulhu series, H.P. Lovecraft's weird and wonderful world of horror. In fact, probably not really. Cthulhu is what he's best remembered for, and one of his books was called Call for Cthulhu, but a lot of people reuse Call of Cthulhu as the sort of branding, but really H.P. Lovecraft's world, slightly odd, strange, sort of gothic, more gothic sort of psychological horror. It has sort of had a Victorian. It's generally more about madness than necessarily sort of beasts and monsters that necessarily. It's a bit more intelligent than just conventional things. Often they're like creatures from other worlds and things that people just sort of stumble upon and disturb, and they end up battling against or finding stuff. So it's a little bit of sci-fi as well in it. It's a slightly odd compilation. Now, this is the second game Infogrames did. This is actually the sequel to Shadow of the Comet, and a couple of the characters from Shadow of the Comet appear in this, or at least the main player character does. However, I've never actually played Shadow of the Comet, so I need to pick that up on Steam at some point. That is available on Steam, and I think various other digital retailers are available as well, so I should mention that. So without further ado, as I've just done a brief introduction, I think it's time to jump into this point-and-click adventure. Thanks for the likes, guys. So you've got quite a few of you on tonight. So I'm going to need your help as well, because my Japanese is not great. Oh, and so the options are, I think that is start a new game. No. That's something game. That's new game. That's obviously load. That's... No, Hi, Craig Williamson. I'm not using the Sega Saturn mouse for this video. I'm using the joypad, but the game does support the Sega Saturn mouse, so it does support the Sega Saturn mouse. It's in the manual. It's got a nice sort of comic book manual. This option here, one of them was continue after death, and I think this was options. Yeah, this is options. So it does support the Sega Saturn mouse, but I don't have it plugged in at the minute because it's a bit the way it's set up, because where the Saturn is, it would be a bit tricky to have the mouse plugged in, but this does support the mouse, so if you want to use the mouse, you can do. So here we go. Let's start a new game. Yes. But this is a bit of a collector's oddity.
January 1937, off the South Pole.
And I'm going to need to be quiet here whenever the characters are speaking, because the voice acting's still the English text. So the voice acting is still in English. The text is in Japanese. So hopefully some of you guys can read Japanese as well, see if it helps. But I'll go through. This takes me back to the menu, by the way, you just saw. This is a point-and-click adventure where you can get killed as well. There are deaths in it.
The submarine HMS Victoria has picked up 2 mysterious crates, as well as a young Norwegian explorer, Bjorn Hamsun. Unfortunately, the commando unit carrying out the Polaris operation was unable to save Bjorn's father, Peter. He would always remain a prisoner of an ultra-secret base.
Operation Polaris completed. 2 crates on board. Bjorn Hansen recovered. Mental state critical. Lieutenant O'Leary reported missing. Returning to base.
Are the 2 crates still covered with ice?
Affirmative.
Do not expose them to heat under any circumstances. Keep an eye on Hansen. He knows more. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Over and out. Lieutenant Prime, given Lieutenant O'Leary's demise, you are now second in command on board the Victoria.
Talk to the captain. I'm the pilot.
Stay here, Lieutenant. You're more than just a simple observer now. Stay here, Lieutenant. You're more than just a simple observer now.
Do you think Hansen will pull through?
We should do our utmost to ensure that the scientific community does not lose its most brilliant anthropologist.
That Hansen's got nerve. I wonder how on earth he managed to send us an SOS while in the hands of the Nazis.
Without that chap, Operation Polaris would never have got off the ground.
Are the 2 crates safe, Captain?
Your Secret Service superiors in Washington will be pleased to know that they are now in the hands of the Royal Navy, Lieutenant Ryan.
Vessel on the surface, Captain.
Seven-degree tilt. Climb to within 20 feet. They've tracked us. Dive!
Aye, aye, Captain.
Declare a state of red alert. Damage report, Driscoll.
They've hit the stern, Captain.
To the hold, Lieutenant. Follow me. Jones!
The crates. Something inside. Something.
He's dead, Captain.
The flames are going to melt the ice covering the crates.
Okay, so see there, that unfortunately, mate, we've already lost 2 crew members of the ship already. So we've got, yeah, my Japanese is, Dragoon's actually got slightly better Japanese reading talent than me, as he's been brushing up on some books. Now, this game does have an autosave, as it does allow you to, see there, the book, you can actually foolishly do what I'm about to do for a bit of fun, and take a bit too long. This and watches you die horribly, unfortunately. Well, this one to basically reload, this bottom option is reload from any continue point, so there are lots of areas that you can die in, and as a result there's straightforward continue points. So sealed that in, and we need to basically, you've got some quick time puzzles where you need to solve things quickly. So in this case I need to put out the fires to stop the second crate opening, although the first crate is already open. So now I can foolishly open that thing as well, but I'm not going to. However, once I exit here, I can't come back in here, otherwise the monster has escaped. So you see there are lots of autosaves. Instead, the game uses 451 blocks to start a fresh save as well. So.
Driscoll, Lloyd and Jones are dead. There was something alive in the crates. I'm assuming command of the Victoria.
Aye, aye, Admiral. We'll get out of it. What are your orders?
We've got to tame the beast.
The enemy vessel has disappeared from the radar. That's one less worry anyway. What do we do about the creature?
Oh yes, and R trigger speeds up the mouse pointer speed as well.
Are there any weapons on board the Victoria?
No, Admiral. The Victoria is not fitted out for offensive operations.
Where's Hampson? Maybe he knows something.
They put him in a bunk to sleep, but he's still delirious.
Lloyd knew more than we did. Did he mention the notes on Operation Polaris?
I don't think so. He got his orders directly by radio from Edwards Base.
Lloyd knew more. Are there any weapons on board? Is someone keeping an eye on Hampson?
Yes, Wayne is with him.
We can open this drawer here. So there are two controls, C to action and B to look. So it's worth remembering that. So you can look at an item by pressing B, and then you can pick it up with C. There's the exit. You're looking for the door to exit. So this first section is fairly straightforward. It's like an introduction. There are a couple of nice puzzles actually. One or two didn't make sense. Also, you'll notice here you can actually go to this bunk. Grab the life vest, which we don't need to the sort of second half of the sub, and the shoes. So let's talk to Wayne and Hanson.
Is Hampson fit enough to talk, Wayne?
No, he hasn't stopped raving since we picked him up, Lieutenant. What's the update on the red alert?
Wayne, Hampson's still not fit to talk?
Not yet, Lieutenant.
Alert maintained. But we're not dealing with an ordinary enemy anymore. Captain Lloyd is dead.
Hell, I'm coming up to the bridge.
Wait, we have to get Hampson to talk.
So at the minute I can't get Hampson to talk. So there's actually a pendant there you can pick up. So we go down into the missile room. Right, I'll just come down here and grab the flare. There's some flares there. Not even going to need it till later, but to show the inventory. Yeah. So I go up here. This brings up the inventory. So I got the key. That was the captain's notebook. I've got the shoes that I picked up from under the bed. This talisman was on the table in that last section. The recorder, the flare I just picked up, and the life jacket, which I just picked up as well under the bed. And the flare I just picked up in this room. Well, the flare's in a bit of an odd place, so you can go down to the engine room as well, although it's not actually initially that clear. It does save a lot initially early on due to some of the puzzle sections. The loading's not too bad, it's fairly quick. There is a lot of loading in this game.
Stanley, what do you know about Hamsun?
Well, we've been here. My engines! My engines!
I just pinched this. That's a spanner. As you can tell, Stanley's not much help. He just sort of moans a lot. That's right, there's a hatchet by the door as well, which might come in handy. Although not for the reason I thought you would grab a hatchet if you've got a mysterious monster.
Wait, Hamsun's still not fit to talk?
Not yet, Lieutenant.
You can join Driscoll up on the bridge.
Aye, aye, Lieutenant.
Jag har aldrig älskat någon!
So yes, everybody just speaks.
Jag har aldrig älskat någon!
Yes, Bjorn's not very... Oh, Heimel. He's not very helpful at the minute, but we're going to dangle something and...
Ka nama Fatan Cthulhu!
Now here's the bit I didn't quite get. You put a tape recorder and you record that. It just repeats that over again. It's not clear why.
Ka nama Fatan Cthulhu!
Or that might be slightly clearer if you knew the English. So yeah, this one's definitely not as import friendly as it could be. I suppose you have of course got the English PC version, but it's a novelty on the Saturn. I thought I'd pick up. It didn't cost a lot, so. And boom, here comes the monster. See that the monster is just even. Actually, now if I do that, it's gonna. Oh. think they'll say. I hope they're safe just before I. But yeah, poor Wayne as well doesn't make it out. Now, you might think the hatchet would work on this thing. No, it doesn't. Instead, we have to enchant.
Nama Patan Cthulhu! You'll pull through, Wayne. Stay calm.
I'm for it, Ryan.
You don't have to play nurses with me. Anyway, you don't even look the part.
Yes, and we're not having much luck. We've already lost half our crew by the looks of it.
Bow hit to the Victoria, Admiral.
Has the enemy vessel come back? Is it a reef?
So interesting, yes, we have a saboteur on board as well, just to make things a bit more trickier.
I've got nothing on radar, Admiral. It came from within the Victoria.
Any damage?
Leakage in the torpedo room. We need to send an SOS and flush out the torpedo room.
Now that handle's a bit difficult to see, but you can actually, that's actually a drainage handle. And if I use that spanner I picked up earlier, I can take that off. I've now got the handle. Let's talk to Driscoll again.
How can we send an SOS?
Only the captain knew the transmission code and the frequency. But maybe Stanley knows.
I'm going down to the engine room.
Take this walkie-talkie.
I'm going down. How can we flush out the torpedo room?
We can't do it from here. We need to enter the torpedo room.
Now this electric box is actually fried and we can't But I can, however, take a hatchet to it, which seems a bit of an odd thing. Now I've got a little puzzle game. As you can see, there's some of the electrics have flied, but we can... There is a way to restore them, so we've got to restore them. So that's currently going this way, so I'm going to swap this one this way. See, that way it's going, so it needs to come this way. And then we want it to go that way, so that's... And I think we want to do that for that one. That was going to come down that way. So this blue one, we want to go this way, we want to go this way, and yeah. And lastly, this orange one, so if it goes that way, it's going to break. We need it to go this way, we need to go this way, and we need it to go this way. And that basically means we can now open the torpedo door again, as it's currently, or was, blocked. Stanley is actually trapped by a beam, although it's not that clear.
What happened?
A beam collapsed with the impact. Help me!
What can I do to free you?
Use the winch! Hurry, please!
Now, for some reason, you can't use the winch to yourself. You have to radio Driscoll.
Driscoll, Stanley's trapped under a beam. We have to get him out.
Start up the winch and follow me with the walkie-talkie. I'll operate the winch from the bridge.
Winch it, Driscoll! Winch it!
Aye, aye, Admiral. Aye, aye.
Now, lower the chain. Okay, the chain's tied to the beam. Go!
Thanks, Luke. My engines! My engines!
I need to send an SOS. Driscoll says you can help me.
My engines! My engines!
Stanley, Captain Lloyd is dead.
Oh my God!
Get me the radio frequency.
107-461. Get us out of here quickly, Lieutenant.
So that's the radio frequency. And then I need to use the code book on the radio. Yes, the Sega Saturn does have a mouse. It has the shuttle mouse, which we do have. Oh, and hi, Rep Lawyer. Glad to see you join the stream. I did see your request about asking us to look at elevator action. I will actually look at elevator action returns tomorrow, as we do have a copy of that. Although I was debating whether to put on the PS2 version, as that's technically arcade perfect over the Saturn one, although the Saturn one is very, very nice. Yeah, it was the Sega Saturn shuttle mouse, which is a 3-button mouse, which is quite nice. Strangely, not every...
Mayday! Mayday! HMS Victoria in difficulty. 58 west, 48 south. We're taking in water.
At the rate we're taking in water, we'll never be able to surface the Victoria, Admiral. No Allied vessel will be able to locate us. We need to send something up to the surface.
Yes, technically it was 3 buttons, but it also had a 4th little mini one for the start. Basically, the 3 buttons act as A, B, and C. Quite a few, some of the light gun games support it for really nice gameplay, and because of course it's very difficult to get light gun games to play on a lot of LCDs. Although I think there's devices that are beginning to work for them now, and this does support. This is supported by it, so this does support it. So you can. I'm just not using the mouse today because I didn't dig it out. We do have one, and I could have dug it out, but I didn't. Now, there are a couple of odd puzzles in this, so... So we fix the electricity. You go here, whoop, we fall over. So actually to put on the crampons, which are there. Admittedly, these graphics are quite digitized. I looked at the PC version, and the PC version has much better visual. Some of them are a little bit hard to work out what the items are. And what you can't see is the reason I need to come across here is there's actually a little box here. But yeah, that's basically not being able to read Japanese is what the issue I had for trying to solve this bit. I was like, okay. Turns out there is a little box here. And that little box has a flare gun. I think the items are sort of alphabetical. So yeah, flare gun. So obviously, yeah, that's actually gun. Flare, I think that's flare gun. Flare ammo. So the radio. So you just got to take off the crampons. Let's check how Heinrich is. Or Hilberg. I can't quite remember. And as you see there, he has vanished from his bunk. Is he our saboteur? So you see this area is flooded with water. And I actually have to walk over here, and there's actually a panel So see there, basically you're looking for names of items. If you are playing a little bit blind like me, you're looking for names of items to change. So this one here is actually you, Ryan. Although I don't know, it's like you, your inventory or something. I've got a place here. And that then puts it, so then we can turn it. Yeah, for some reason we get some slightly creepy music. Okie dokie, so I'm going to radio Driscoll again. Maybe not, so we can open the sub. We need to open the sub port as well.
Driscoll, I'm going into tube number 26. Stand by for firing in 10 seconds.
Hold on tight, Admiral. This'll keep your feet warm.
And here we go.
There's a vessel on the surface. With a bit of luck, you won't have to swim for too long. All right, Admiral, let's go! I take my hat off to him. He's got guts, that little lieutenant. A distress flare! Sound the alarm! We found them!
The Falkland Islands.
So that's really the end of the sort of first act, I'd say, as we've got off the submarine. As always, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, please do hit that like button. Very much appreciated. And as always, if you're new, subscribe to the channel. But probably not, I suspect. Everyone is. I recognise everyone so far. I should say hi to everyone who's chatted away, but I recognise everyone's names from previous times of jumping in the streams. But welcome back, fellows. You can always hit that subscribe button if you are new.
Edwards Base, 13th of January, 1937.
Yes, Rep Lawyer, you are correct. It is indeed a Japanese import with English voice acting. This, despite being a European PC game, this is a console only in Japan. So it was released on the PS1 and the Sega Saturn published by Xing, but it was never published in the West. So it's a Western piece. There are a couple of games like this where you got where you had Western games that were only released in Japan on like the Saturn and 32-bit era.
As far as you're concerned, Ryan, Operation Polaris is over. But while you await your repatriation to Washington, you'll continue to hold the rank of lieutenant in the Royal Navy.
But it does some very quite nice pixel art. I do like the sort of look this has. And interestingly, yeah, it's actually quite a nice little puzzle game. I think of the two Cthulhu games, this is probably the slightly better one. Although some people may not like the CG rendered characters, the pixel artwork is really nice. We've really got a mix.
What happened to Hamson?
Oh yeah, Hamson.
We found him exhausted inside a metal locker on board the Victoria. He's been taken to the medical wing on the base.
Do I say something not good's going to happen in the near future again? Interestingly, as I said, it's a pretty decent port. I think my only slight gripe is I think there's a lot of saving and loading which slightly slows it down a little bit. As I said, some people may not like the CG rendered characters compared to the sort of 2D drawn artwork, but it's actually a very nice port. And it's one of those weird ones. I said it's
What happened to Hamsun?
It's surprising to see it didn't get a Western release, despite that this is Infogrames as well, so in conjunction with Xing, so it just seems odd that it's got a Japanese-only release. But there were quite a few puzzle games that were Western-made that actually got Japanese-only Saturn and PlayStation release. In fact, the Saturn has quite a lot of those games, like the Dark Seeds, quite a few others. I mean, we've covered Salt Leonis as well, that Salt Rigs, I should say, not Salt Suit Leonis, too. Salt Rigs, which was another Psygnosis game. Interestingly, the other weird thing is if I don't move the mouse, the intro just keeps playing again. So they've got the intro running as some sort of screensaver for some reason.
We found him exhausted inside a metal locker on board.
Is the last Polaris crate in safety, Captain Sears?
I've placed it under close watch. Nothing can happen to it. Enter. At ease.
Captain, I've put the film Miss Molly sent outside in the corridor.
Thank you.
You have a projection room here on the base?
Yes, but the projectionist has been confined to barracks by Quartermaster Quincy.
Who is this Miss Molly, Captain?
The code name for one of our spies operating in Germany. I must leave you, Lieutenant. I have matters to deal with. Wait in my office for Quincy. He'll give you your duty roster.
Now, a little fact, Quincy won't appear until we've looted the content from his desk. So there's two drawers. That one's got nothing in. This one's something. Now, this is where I did actually get to. I had a play on this earlier just to familiarise myself with the controls. So you guys can help me with these puzzles if you can. So if you 5, 2, 3. So we're going to remember that piece of paper with 5, 2, 3 on it. There's some ID on the desk we can take. And there's actually something on the captain's desk as well we can pilfer. If this was a real military base, you wouldn't be accused of spying if we started pilfering from senior officers' desks. Actually take that one, obviously not.
Lieutenant? Your duty roster, Lieutenant?
Hey?
Please wait in the captain's office. The quartermaster will be along presently to give you your duty roster.
Okay. Before I'm sure I had 3 items when I left here. I'm sure one of them was on the desk. Where's the cigar?
Quartermaster Quincy?
I have your duty roster. Lieutenant, you have nothing more to do here. I have already wasted enough time drawing up your duty roster! Some effects belonging to Ham Sons have disappeared. I need to find them.
I think that's meanwhile elsewhere in the base. So yeah, some of Hansen's gear has vanished. And it appears so has Hansen.
Lieutenant!
That's never a good sign, someone vanishing. Okay guys, this is where you can start helping me, as this is where I got to playing earlier, so this is where we will...
Your duty roster, Lieutenant?
Here it is.
Alarm! All guards to the basement! All guards to the basement!
So having to... It's like we're just stealing everything off everyone's desks. So, yeah, R speeds up on the joypad, but you can, of course, as I said, you can use the mouse if you want something more faster. Don't think it matters too much. So,
I'm Lieutenant Ryan. No messages for me?
I'm sorry, Lieutenant. I don't have time to talk to you. Hey, don't touch that radio.
because that's just telling me not to touch it.
Hey, don't touch that.
Because what would he do with that? Don't think there's anything I can get in here by the looks of it. I wonder if I'll need to adjust the radio at some point, so let's exit out for now. Actually going to initiate a save, proper save. So cartridge RAM. So this is systems RAM. In case you're wondering, this is cartridge RAM. That's obviously system and cartridge RAM. They actually spell cartridge in Japanese. So when you've played enough Japanese Saturn games as I have, you recognise it. So you can only have 2 save slots. That's interesting. Despite the fact I've got about 4003 on that card. Just saves 1. Oh, and it saves the time. So I've been playing 50 minutes. That's interesting. Might take a little while to save. This is definitely a bit of an oddity on Sega Saturn, but it's definitely worth looking at, and it's a bit of an oddity on PlayStation as well. This is, as I said, available on PlayStation and Sega Saturn. Now, don't select this option if you ever come to the menu, because this will take you back to the last sort of auto-save. So I have done that when I first did it, where it inadvertently went back to... See, we're in the British base, so we could come out of that door. We've got this desk here. There's something on this desk here. So we know something is going on in the medical facility. It's a question of finding out where. With the Union Jack, the Falklands Island flag, I think, although I'm not entirely sure of that. So it's St George's flag, the English flag. Yes, that brings up the elevator. We can take the elevator. Let's have a look around. There's obviously lots of rooms to explore, so...
Are you the projectionist for the base?
Yes, lad. But I've been confined to barracks for the little cigarette trafficking I had going.
Quincy has had you confined at Captain Sears' orders?
No, lad. The captain's not the type to confine a man because of 3 cigarettes. He's a good guy, the captain.
I haven't been sent by Quincy. I get the impression he's not very keen on me either.
That's more like it. He's added another line in red to my file, you know.
I haven't been sent by Quincy. Quincy has had you confined at Captain Sears' orders? Are there personnel files at the base?
You'll have to ask Shaw about that. He knows everything.
So obviously I've got to get this guy
Are there personnel... Could you screen this film for me?
You're on, provided you hate Quincy. But what are you offering in return?
A few cigarettes, perhaps?
Here.
I know now it's not one of Quincy's tricks. But I accept only if I can be of service to you.
Could you screen this film for me?
Give me your film. I'll run it for you.
Let's find out what's on this tape then.
Could you screen this film for me?
Okay, that was a puzzle I solved without resorting to a guide or anything. Straightforward enough. Give him cigarettes and give him the film. So what's on this film? Foreboding music.
So, my friend, did you enjoy the film?
See.
Very edifying, McLaglen.
What kind of film is it?
Very technical, McLaglen. Very technical. I'd like to see the film again, McLaglen.
Nothing for nothing. Got any cigarettes left?
So we can't go that way, we can't go that way. I should just check there's nothing hidden around here. But A, C searches. I think A and C do the same function and B allows you to look, so right trigger speeds up. I don't think many of the other buttons do much. Really not a lot you need to buttons. Just checking to make sure. Ah, books. Can we check? Is there anything going to be interesting here? Let's check this. Unfortunately, my Japanese is not very strong, so I'm going to have to make sure that I can't get out of that room. Now, apologies, we didn't have a video over the weekend. That's because I was actually still recording it, but it will be going out tomorrow. It's going to be an interesting one, as we're going to be looking at two very obscure Sega Saturn shooters. In fact, so obscure that they were never. They are included as mini games of.
Yes, lad?
Another game.
You shouldn't smoke so much. Bad for your health, you know.
Nice. Machine is just ornaments to look at. Don't think we can pick any up, but we'll just check. Doesn't look like we can. But yeah, we're looking at obscure Saturn shooters, basically included on a. Well, I'll say it. Basically, we've got two Saturns. There's one called included on Tokyo Memories, which it's a Konami dating sim game, but basically includes misses. So we've got a creature running amok on the base.
Are you Lieutenant Ryan? Hampson has disappeared. I discovered a strange green slime at the foot of his bunk. Have you noticed anything similar on board the Victoria?
No, not that I can remember.
That's strange.
Can't go in there.
Your pass, Lieutenant. You can't enter, Lieutenant. You need a pass issued by Captain Sears.
I thought one of these was an ID pass. So where's the captain right now to get?
Can't you see I'm busy?
Let's talk to the radio guy, seeing as
I'm Lieutenant Ryan. No messages for me?
I've just deciphered one for you. Hey, your friends in Washington are all paranoid.
Have intercepted coded message originating from Edwards Base and destined for Germany. A traitor is operating from within the base. Make sure you identify him. Look up the personnel files and keep an eye on Hampson. Do you know where I can find the personnel files?
Ask McLaglen.
I spoke to him. He said you could help me.
All right, Lieutenant. The files are next to the armory.
No new messages?
Negative, Lieutenant.
Do you know where I can find the personnel files?
Ask McLaglen.
okay, and
I spoke to him.
All right, Lieutenant.
Can we give him any of these items? So obviously, I'm wondering one of the rooms that we can.
Hey, don't touch that.
We can't make ourselves a cup of tea, but I do like the. Tell me not to touch that again.
I told you already not to touch that radio.
Let's speak to McLaglen again, see if there's something. Because obviously we now have a message that with a spy on board, and it does seem to be a little bit preset with some of these.
I'd like to see the film again, McLaglen.
Nothing for nothing. Got any cigarettes left?
Don't want to let me go there, so. So the question is, where is the personnel file room?
Your pass, Lieutenant. Your pass, Lieutenant. Your pass, Lieutenant.
Okay, so I'm being a bit cheeky there. I thought, well, I'll have a look, see what the puzzle is. Turns out I've got to use the file on the kettle. Yeah, I know. There are a few puzzles in this that are a little bit don't make sense. Why would I use the file on the kettle? Maybe there's something in translation because I am, of course, not playing the English PC version. I am playing the Japanese Sega Saturn version. Maybe it's saying the picture's dirty or something on it.
No.
You're passed, Lieutenant.
Okay, oops, so sorry, I had the mic off there a second ago. Yeah, so there are a couple of horrible... Looking at this has got a few horrible bits, like here. Hi, random stuff. Hi, Nicola. Thanks for joining. Nicola. Sorry, guys, I didn't see you there. I'm just off the mic. Yeah, there are one or two bits. The resolution's a bit lower than the PC version, but it's surprisingly close. Thanks for the likes on the stream. Now, but although I must admit, just this puzzle here. So I basically checked on a guide quickly because some of them are a little bit weird. This one again. Basically, you have to do the puzzles in a certain order, and then the quartermaster just randomly disappears from this room, and then you can go back in it. So puzzles like that slightly annoy me. That's bad puzzle design, not like Monkey Island and Super Monkey Island 2, the Secret Monkey Island 2. Oh, and there's a weird, I said, if you just leave it for too long, it will activate that intro as a space saver. So I think the other one was 5. It's either 532 or 523. I think it was 523. Let's go. Okay, yep, there we go. So it's 496523. So that's right. I'll put that in the chat in case there's anyone wondering. But yeah, you don't keep. You have to literally. You have to write that down. If you don't remember that, you are basically up a creek. Because if you reread the note that you had, you can't actually read it. It doesn't show you the note. So there are a couple of odd puzzles in this that I will say. So we need to look at this. What we got in here. So we have a key. So something and what looks like a stamp. Now I'm going to have to guess that we've got to stamp the photo. Use the photo. Oh yeah, this is an ID, isn't it? So we've got to make our own ID. I'm guessing we've got to stamp it with the captain's seal. Oh, no. Click to read. Yeah, you can. I'm not using the mouse. I didn't dig out the mouse. It does support the mouse though, the Sega Saturn shuttle mouse. I'm going to use this on it. So I've got to, yeah, there are a few. It does feel a little bit annoying, the fact that some puzzles are basically timed. You have to do them in a set order, and there was that obscure book we had to search a little while back that was just really in a really weird position. So, oh, he's saying I've got to put the stuff back in the safe, isn't he? Obviously, close the safe. That's what it's saying. There we go. A bit odd one to sort of click. So we've got the ID, so we can try and find the roaming monster. Now, as I said, I haven't actually played the PC version. They are available on various platforms, so I should actually pick one up. And this is actually the sequel, as I mentioned earlier, to Shadow of the Comet. Okay, something's definitely up with Hanson.
You're passed, Lieutenant.
The music's a little bit foreboding, but often we're getting foreboding music when we
Here you are.
don't have foreboding stuff in it. But yeah, having to use the picture on the kettle didn't make much sense.
Lieutenant?
I must have eaten something that was off. Where's the sick bay?
Behind you, Lieutenant.
I've been ordered to help Quartermaster Quincy find Hamsun's belongings.
Good luck, Lieutenant. This closet's a real junkie.
I think that's the same.
I've been ordered.
Yeah.
I must have.
Lieutenant?
Yeah, the Phantasmagory was on 8 CDs. It's the largest Saturn game. Darkseid and Darkseid 2 got ports as well, which are slightly odd ones.
I must have been.
Behind you, Lieutenant.
I've been ordered to help Quartermaster Quincy.
Good luck, Lieutenant. This closet's a real junkie.
Guess I literally say the same things. Can I search the desk? No. So behind you, so I'm guessing one of these. Now we know we're gonna.
With due respect, Lieutenant, you have no right to be around the armory, sir.
I'm gonna make a grim discovery in the armory, I think, in a few minutes.
The nurse is getting engaged to that little schemer, sure.
Hello, Lieutenant. What can I do for you? In 5 years of career with the Army, I've never come across such an unpleasant character. He's only just arrived here and already he's managed to... Oh, he's horrible!
Shit, that's Quincy.
I've got to see the doctor as a matter of urgency.
Please wait here for a moment. I'll go and find out if he can see you. Lieutenant, the doctor will see you now. You may enter. Hello, Lieutenant.
So this is...
In 5 years of...
Okay, that's interesting. That sounds like there's an audio file missing there. It sounds like he's saying, what do you think of Quincy? I think Quincy the Quartermaster seems to be the character. Should have gone in there.
Hi there, lads. It's a change of...
You'll see for yourself. They've replaced Finlayson's cigarette paper with toilet paper.
Finlayson coughed all day because of the smoke. A real steam engine.
Should have really gone into the seats of the doctor. Oh, we can now check in the armory. Again, we've got another scripted thing there, so we've definitely got a lot of scripted puzzles. Should have gone spoken to the doctor. It's definitely not going to be good for...
Do you enjoy keeping people waiting?
Forgive me, Doctor. Something came up.
So, what's your problem? Phlebitis? Diphtheria? A bout of malaria? Show me what you've eaten. Come back when you can show me what you've eaten.
Lieutenant, you need an appointment to see the doctor. What else can I do for you, Lieutenant?
It's a bit of an odd puzzle. I've got to show the doctor.
I've got to see the doctor again.
Please wait here for a moment. I'll go and find out if he can see you again.
There are some other people who've done videos of this on YouTube, but I notice they've not got very far in.
Lieutenant, the doctor will see you now. You may enter.
I might at some point do a full playthrough. I don't think it's going to be that hard to play through. Although there are plenty of guides on the PC version, so...
What now?
Yeah, I think the way they've done it, it's loading every section. So what does this...
Actually, I'm fine. Forgive me.
Well, in that case, don't waste my time, even if you have lost your senses, Lieutenant.
So what... Especially if you go speak to the doctor for the guard change. Okay, can I check that book? There's the nurse, the painting. By all means, if anyone can read Japanese, by all means shout out if you know any of the text, if I'm missing anything. Sure, we've got basically raid the armory. Or this room, well, we know we had a guard who's now mysteriously vanished. Oh, was that, I briefly picked up... What did I pick up in here? So I have no idea what that is. It's some sort of item. Okay, what have we got in here? Ooh, grizzly. Yeah, this was ported by... So I haven't actually seen who the did the port, but so obviously we can tell the doctor we've made a grim discovery. Okay, some sort of barrel. We can check the barrel there. Okay, now we can go into... So yeah, basically you have to go into the doctor. You obviously got to tell him... Oh yeah, I've just seen...
Lieutenant!
I've been ordered to help...
There's definitely a few sort of weird quiggles in this... Qualms in this one. Yeah, no, the optimizer, the fact it is loading is obviously... it's loading every line, everything.
What else can I do for you,
I
Lieutenant?
did look at the disk files actually earlier, just see there's anything extra. I mean, everything's sort of individual.
I've got to see the doctor again.
Please. Lieutenant, the doctor will see you now. You may enter.
Thanks for all the likes, guys. Much appreciated that you're liking this video. So are we going to tell the doctor one of the guards is dead with the same green slime?
What now?
Actually, I'm fine. Forgive me.
Well, in that case...
Okay, so what is this item? Let's see what did I pick up, seeing the downside of... Okay, it's a very... You have to tell him... So, okay, that's actually a language...
What else can I do for you, Lieutenant?
You have to tell him the middle option, which is a stomachache, apparently. So, that's the one option I didn't try, and I should have done.
I've got to see the doctor again.
Please wait here for a moment. I'll go and find out if he can see you again.
Surely you'd be Doctor, I just found a dead body in the thing. In the game. Yeah, it's a bit... The order of how this plays...
Lieutenant, the doctor will see you now. You may enter.
What?
He's getting quite irate with me now, the doctor, so yeah.
I've had this small pain in my knee ever since I ejected from the torpedo launcher, Doctor.
I don't deal with circus artists, Lieutenant.
Oh, you got to deal with the top option was the stomach, wasn't it?
Lieutenant.
Yes, I know. I've got to talk to you. Yeah. So.
What else can I do for you, Lieutenant?
It's not. This is not ideal. Although it's got voice acting in English, the fact it's the text is Japanese does mean that it's not going to be ideal for most people.
I've got to see the doctor again.
Please wait here for a moment. I'll go and find out if
Actually,
he can see you
Nicodian, are you
again.
still there at the minute? You still on stream? You're there. I was going to say, I'm going to be doing a video on... You might be interested in this.
The doctor will see you now. You may enter.
Are you aware that Tokyo Memorial's Forever With You, a Konami game, actually includes, because I think you're quite a shooter fan, includes a special shooter game on it? All the versions of the game did. You could had an unlockable shooter game on it. on the Saturn, and I've actually just unlocked them, so I'll be putting a video up on the channel tomorrow of the Twinbee game and Scythe, which is an interesting one. It's a really nice little mini game, and apparently they did different games depending on the version. So the PlayStation has a different game to the Saturn's one. There's 2 games in it, but one was different for the PlayStation, and both were different to the PC engine.
What now?
So it's quite a nice little extra. A really obscure thing. I've actually got a copy, although mine's cut from the limited edition version.
Show me what you've eaten. You really ate that? Don't move. I'll get the medicine you need. Take this tablet. Don't hesitate to come back if you don't feel any better.
Okay, so now I've got 8. So what am I supposed to do with this book? Obviously. Give the manual to Finderson. Is this Finderson?
What's it about?
Okay, so we couldn't knock on this before. We got.
Excuse me, Lieutenant. I need the clue. What's it about? Hey, at last, someone who appreciates the finer things in life. Come in, Lieutenant, come in.
Okay, so previously it wouldn't even tell me if I... So this is the thing. You're getting scenarios in this game where you'll do something and you'll get told not to do it. And then a few minutes later, you can click on it and do it again. So that's infuriating. Because when we clicked on that door earlier, we were told, no, you can't go in. Then the guards changed. So yeah, that's really aggravating for this. I've basically got to click on everything and re-click on everything. Yeah, the voice acting's not bad. I think I recognise 1 or 2 of the voice actors, so I think it's had quite a good... to check the cast. Okay, this is auto-saving, so this means there's going to be some moment where I can probably get bumped off if I'm not careful.
What's up?
No, I don't want to No! Okay, that was like... Yeah, the voice acting is quite good. Overall, it's actually... it's a surprisingly good port if you don't mind the load times. I mean, I don't mind the load time too much, so... We've got a save there, so obviously it's auto-saving. Just to mention, at the start of the video I did show the options and stuff. And there's this weird thing, whereas if you let this game run, it will just repeat if you basically if you don't touch anything, the game will just do the opening intro as like a screensaver, or as like a basically just keep running the opening intro. Thanks for all the thanks for all the likes on stream, guys. If you're enjoying this video, please do hit that like button. Also, we've nearly hit 3,000 subscribers, so if you're new to the channel, I expect most of you probably aren't, but if you are new to the channel and like our content, by all means, please do hit that subscribe button. I've got a fire extinguisher there.
What's up?
Yeah, the quality is very good, which is a good sign. That's quite nice. Can I use the fire extinguisher on that? Can I pick up anything?
I need to consult the personnel files.
I don't think so, Lieutenant. Only Captain Sears and Quartermaster Quincy have access to these files. Captain Sears? He's handier with the saber than he is with the pistol. Quincy? He came and consulted the file just a while back.
I need to consult the personnel files.
I don't think so, Lieutenant. Only Captain Sears and Okay,
so I can't consult the files. Can I do something really stupid with the fire extinguisher?
Name? Number? What you want?
Lieutenant Ryan, there's some information I need to find out about. Urgently.
Negative. You are not authorized to enter this room.
So that's cool. Oh, did I just pick something up there? Yep, cigarette. Okay. Put it in the bin. Oh, nice, Nicodina. Yeah, I've never actually finished Tekkyu. You played through the Japanese version. I take it, or there's some sort of English fan translation. Although I'm never a big fan of translations, but it's always nice you actually. It's yeah. I don't think there's a full playthrough of it at all.
Hey, the bin's burning. You're mad! Saboteur! I'm notifying Captain Sears.
London has been notified of your attempt at sabotage. The court-martial awaits you.
Okay, that wasn't a good thing to do.
The Navy knows how to deal with traitors the likes of you.
That's why it's saved in the quartermaster's bit. Cool, nice to see you actually played the Japanese version. Yeah, I'd like to see. I'd be interested to see a video of that if you've done a full playthrough. Although I must admit, I'd like to play through it myself. So obviously, when we grab the cigarette, we'll grab. So so we got to put the fire out. Okay, apparently just got to walk over to here. Again, not a clear puzzle.
Name? Number? What you want?
Lieutenant Ryan, there's some information I need to find out about. Urgently.
Negative. You are not authorized to enter this room.
Hey, the bin's burning. You're mad. Saboteur. I'm notifying Captain Sears.
Okay, I've actually got to hide. So actually, okay, this is weird. You have to hide in the corner, according to this guide. That is not clear in the slightest.
London has been notified of your attack.
Yeah, the PSP version supposedly was a completely rebuilt version of the game, apparently. So, apparently it was basically they had to rebuild it using because they didn't have the Saturn source code. I've heard. Whether that's true or not, I don't know 100%. But so yeah, apparently you've got to hide in the corner so he can't see you. That's just absurd. He's damn well gonna know you picked it up and then dropped it in the bin. How is hiding in the corner? Oh yeah, it's got some sort of corner bit there.
Hey,
how is this a way to solve this
burning.
puzzle? Oh crud, I didn't pick up the fire extinguisher.
There's no point hiding, Lieutenant. I'm going to inform Captain Sears of your strange actions.
London has been notified. The Navy knows how to deal with.
Okay, so I've got to pick up the fire extinguisher so that they can't use it. Yeah, it's a weird way to do the puzzle. A really weird way to do it. Doesn't make sense. Hide in the corner. But yeah, I will be showing off Sight tomorrow and Twinbee Time Attack, which is a weird Konami bonus. There's not much. I found a few videos on it, so I actually did mean I had to play through Tokyo Memories, but what's interesting about Sai is it uses a load of transparency effects, and it's a Konami game, so it's absolutely flawless on Saturn. And I don't know if EGA, or I can't remember his full name, the one who did Castlevania work, he's actually credited on it, I noticed, and I wonder if he did the mini-game. It's got lots of nice like transparency effects, and it basically just shows you what Konami could have done if they'd had the right team do Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Hide in the corner here. Yeah, this is a really crap way to solve this puzzle. It's not a very good. It's not cool.
Hey, the bin's burning. Where's the extinguisher?
There's fire.
Marsh! Marsh!
What?
Fire alarm! Evacuate! It's going to blow!
Obviously, if you leave that, the whole thing literally will blow, so... Oops. Skipped his line there. Yeah, I think supposedly they had to redraw it, although... Okay, I have no idea what I'm reading there. There's going to be hints towards who the traitor is. Which is a bit annoying. Can I look at any of these other drawers? Is it just that? I think the writing's actually in English, but unfortunately it's such a low resolution you can't read it. I don't know if it's readable in the...
Congratulations, Ryan. You're always in the right place at the right time. Come with me to my office. I have things to tell you. The lost Polaris crate has been found in pieces, and the body of one of my men has been found in the closet. You will not leave this office until I have found out what happened on board the Victoria. There is a creature roaming about the base. How did you get rid of the one on the Victoria?
With an incantation.
There is a creature roaming about the base.
With an
incantation?
Under hypnosis, Hamson screamed out an incantation that was capable of destroying the creature.
What was the phrase?
I had recorded it, but I lost the recorder when I ejected out of the Victoria.
The Navy does not believe in incantations. Go back on board the Victoria. It's docked at the base harbor. See if you can lay your hands on some of Hampson's belongings. I am sure the answer is to be found on board the submarine.
We're back to the sub. Yeah, I've noticed that as well. I've actually used Google Translate to... I've taken pictures and then using Google API images, it can then just literally pull the text out. I mean, it doesn't always pull it out correctly, but 8 out of 10 times it gets you the text and then you can use that, run that via Google Translate, so which is really helpful. So this has been an interesting look at Call of Cthulhu. Well, part of the Call of Cthulhu series is Prisoners of Ice. I'm actually going to wrap it up there, guys. I'm actually going to save my game, and I think what I might do is, how many people would people be interested in seeing a full long play at some point? I'm going to save it on the cartridge again. I'll just overwrite the save. I'm streaming for over 2 hours now, so yeah, I'll wrap this up as I actually need to put a quick blog update on the blog. But thanks for everyone on the stream. Thanks to Nakoda for coming back. Yeah, I'll definitely have a look at your videos on when you do them for Tengai Moi. I'm still actually playing through Tengai Moi 0 on the SNES. I've got a cartridge version, although I need to get playing through it because that game has a clock and it just absolutely gobbles up the battery. So if I don't play through it in the next year or two, I expect I'll be replacing the battery again. As always, guys, if you enjoy our streams, please hit that like button. I will definitely look if people want to see a full playthrough. Before I do a video of this, if I do a full playthrough, Night Nickelodeon, I will definitely get around to doing Sonic R, and I will have a playthrough of Twinbee Time Attack and Scythe tomorrow coming out on the channels. I think I might do them as 2 videos, so maybe get one tomorrow and one the day after mixed. But yeah, I'll wrap it up now. So I'm going to thank you all for watching. As always, if you enjoy our streams, please do hit the like button. Oh, it's not on your channel. Oh, have you done it on the long plays or something? How big is the game, can I ask? Is it... But yes, this has been Prisoner of Ice on the Sega Saturn. I mentioned it's not a bad port. I mean, it could be slightly more optimized. I think, as we were showing, the loading is not ideal, but we've got quite a way into it, and it's not bad. It's not a bad puzzler. I mean, a few of the puzzles are a bit. There's a bit of scriptingness with a couple of the puzzles that I found a little bit irritating. As I said, it does support the Sega Saturn mouse. Yeah, we did. I did a stream of Sonic R the other night, and that we actually did. Oh, that Long Plays Archive channel. Okay, I actually did a stream of Sonic R the other night and played through it, but I want to do a non-commentated, non-stream video. That's about 30 to 40 hours, yeah. It's one of the reasons why we haven't yet done too many RPGs on the channel. Just doing the start of Mysteria, and then you've got all the losses. The start of Mysteria took me 2 hours to do 3 battles. Fantastic game. No one's yet done a playthrough of Mysteria Realm of Lore, but that's going to be, I think that's about 60, 70 hours if you want to show the entire game, including all the sub-dungeons and the hidden dungeons and everything. Shining Force 3 must be close to about 100 hours with all the battles. But yes, this has been Prisoner's of Ice. Not a bad game. It's, I mean, I would probably recommend the PC version due to the fact that, one, some of the puzzles are a little bit, weren't that clear, and two, the text, as you said, is in Japanese, as you saw in the video. So, I mean, the voice acting's in English, so I was able to solve some of the puzzles, but a few of them I have had a guide open just to consult because we would have really been struggling. But I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you all for watching, everyone. I've been your host for this randomised gaming stream, Random Game Riven. As always, please do like our content if you enjoy it. And thanks for quite a few. I'm quite surprised how many people we've had on the stream tonight. We've had nearly 90. So I will be doing a crowd play stream later in the week. Tomorrow I will be doing Elevator Action Returns on Sega Saturn. I'll do the Saturn's version. I could do the PS2 version, but seeing as the Saturn's actually plugged in, I'll do the Saturn's version to showcase that. And as always, if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. We're nearly at 3,000 subscribers. Ideally, I'd like to hit it before 3,000 subs before the 7th. I don't think we will do, but I think we'll be a few days later. But thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I hope you have a good night. You've only just got a copy of Sonic R. Yowzers. My first power game. Yeah, it's pretty much okay, except for the fact when you run it at 60 Hz, someone pointed out to us, and I subsequently checked and confirmed, the ready set go goes too early at 60 Hz, but it is a really good game, Sonic R. I was actually doing, I've got up the PAL one originally, and we have now got an NTSC-J copy as well, but it's fantastic. Again, I will be doing a playthrough in the next few days, so I did one already, we commentated over, but I'll do a proper playthrough and upscale it to 4K, so that way you get the very best. I need to also confirm Sonic R is 30, I think it's 30 frames, so I think it's probably got 60 frame elements, which is going to be a fun one. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this look at Prisoners of Ice. I'll be back tomorrow, as I said, streaming Elevator Action Returned. I'm also going to be doing a stream of Dead for Daylight on Google Stadia. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I will be back tomorrow to stream again. See you all. Have a good night, everyone.